Welcome back. In this lecture, we shall learn about the aggregate functions. So what do these aggregate functions do? So they aggregate the numeric columns. So by aggregation, I mean they get count, maximum, minimum, average. So these are aggregate functions that are very handy when we want some consolidated values, either standalone or with respect to other column, that we will learn later in this module. So for now, we shall demonstrate what does count function do, and similarly means these are all very similar when it comes to SQL queries, but obviously they have different outputs. So we shall start with count function, and let's get back to pgadmin. Suppose we want to get the number of rows in the exam table. So what it will give? Okay, this is the number of rows. So one thing you must note that count asterisk give, it includes null values as well. If some column has like null values, so in the counting that will be included. So the one thing that thing must be kept in mind. So suppose we want to so what are the columns in exam table? So these are student ID, exam ID, strategy, marketing. So these are the courses, and then the aggregate. So we can see some null values here and there. Okay, so what we'll do, so we got count all the rows, and the value was, let's check once again, 34. So there are 34 rows. Let's see how many values are there in strategy column. So it will not include null values. So we can see there are 31 values in the strategy column. That means there are 3 null values. Suppose we want to get distinct number of values in strategy column. See this is this exam score in the strategy course. So it could be like 90, 95, 93, 72. So how many distinct scores are there in the strategy column? 23. So 23 unique scores are there. So that was the purpose of count within parenthesis distinct and column name. Similarly, what we'll do, we'll try with let's try minimum. Minimum score in the strategy course is 60. Let's do all. Oh. So minimum is 60, maximum is 99, that is the class highest, and average is 77. So I hope it makes sense how these aggregate functions work. So that is all for this lecture. There are few practice questions, so they're very straightforward. So see you in the next lecture. Till then, happy learning.